Hey guys, gamedotfilm here, back with another video. On my latest stream, I talked about Trump's indictment and how I think it's a charade. He's a war criminal, but they're not going to convict him of that because if they do, all US presidents would be guilty. So I read some news headlines about Trump's 4 years in office and all the horrible stuff he's done. So take a look. You guys, Esha Legal, if you go in the search bar of Twitter and go Esha Legal and then Trump years, she's compiled like a huge list, guys. You'll come up with this list here. I couldn't have done this without her. But man, she's got a whole thread, dude. What does she got? Like 80 articles up here? 71 articles up. First off, so we know Obama, 90% drone strike casualty rate. All those drone strikes killed 90% civilians. He kind of started that whole drone stuff. Maybe Bush started a little bit, but Obama definitely started going haywire with them. And then Trump, of course, Obama hands the keys to Trump and he takes business like usual. And he puts it on steroids. And let's see here. According to a 2018 report in the Daily Beast, Obama launched 186 drone strikes in Yemen, Somalia, and Pakistan during his first 2 years in office. In Trump's first 2 years, he launched 283. The Trump administration carried out 176 strikes in Yemen in just 2 years, compared with 154 there during all 8 years of Obama's tenure, according to a count by the AP and the Bureau of Investigative Journalism. Experts also say drone strikes under Trump have surged in Afghanistan, Iraq, and Syria. So just in total, like not just Trump, U.S. drone strikes fighting ISIS in Iraq and Syria have killed at least 1,257 civilians, according to the Pentagon. In a monitoring group, Air Wars, that's actually a good website. You can track like all the bombings of anything. Okay, I'm gonna change the song. Sorry. As high as 7,500 civilians. But anyways, let's focus on Trump. I just wanted to throw that, just drone strikes in general, and how terrible they are. Okay, Obama eventually put in place arcane requirements to issue public reports on civilian death tolls, but just in certain military theaters, to limit targets to high-level militants, again in certain battlefields, and require interagency approval, also only for certain targets. However, Trump peeled back all of these requirements, well, because he can. We now know more than he did about U.S. drone wars when Obama first took office, but less than when we left. So, to add on to that, this is an article from Rutgers, their political journal here. Just want to read this sentence right here. In 2017, Trump expanded the areas of operation as a counterterrorism strategy. For context, drone strikes can only occur legally in designated areas of operation. Under Obama, these included Afghanistan, Iraq, and Syria. Trump expanded these areas to include Yemen, Somalia, Pakistan, Libya. According to data from the Long War Journal, strikes in Yemen increased threefold to 125 strikes launched once the Trump admin designated it as an area of operations. And strikes in Somalia increased. So it's like, yeah, so he's drone striking more countries, new areas. So just want to say, man, people try and say that Trump was, oh, he toned down the war. He's not a war president. No, it was business as usual. Military industrial complex, money train, just kept on going. So one thing I want to point out is Trump appointed John Kelly, who is a huge torture monger. He put him in charge of Homeland Security. This guy is a psychopath, John Kelly here. Let's see if I can get a... what did he say? He supports the imprisonment of terrorist suspects without trial. And he defended the use of enhanced interrogation techniques, such as waterboarding and rectal feeding. So, yeah, dude. People try to say Trump was like, "Oh, he's draining the swamp, man. He's gonna put like his own people in there." No, he put CIA spooks. He put Big Pharma in there. Betsy DeVos, that billionaire in charge of education, she was a freaking all for the rich, you know? So, don't want to hear it, man. You guys got Obama'd, Trump voters. I forgive you, though. This was his Homeland Security pick, right? And for his CIA director, he picked Gina Haspel. She participated directly in the spy agency's black site illegal torture program. While this guy, John Kiriakou, just Google him. Uh, he was a whistleblower and he got arrested for exposing this black site torture program. So, yeah, man. Just complete psychopath Gina Haspel. I think it says she's been torturing people since 2002. And she and other torturers and torture supporters went on to prosper, despite, or was it because of this grisly work experience? This man, John Kiriakou, went to prison for 23 months after blowing the whistle. So, Haspel's nomination as CIA director sent the country back in the blink of an eye to the bad old days of torture, secret prisons, and international renditions. Haspel was a protege of Jose Rodriguez, the CIA's notorious former deputy director for ops and former director of the Counterterrorism Center. So yeah, man, just wanted to point that out. Gina Haspel, guys, he appointed her. So in 2017, his first year as presidency, you know, presidents always gotta like do something big on the military front, right? He dropped the mother of all bombs, and this is like the biggest bomb that's not a nuke, I believe. Dude, look at this thing. It's freaking huge, man. 30 feet in length. 22,000 pounds almost. So they say that 96 militants were killed, right? But, however, an Afghan parliamentarian from the Nangarhar province, his last name is Shinwari, said locals told him the explosion killed a teacher and his young son. So, Trump was absolutely proud of this, and you know, the military-industrial complex was. He's like, he's a real president now. I even remember MSNBC was saying like, wow, he became a president on this day. Like, we'll give him some credit, like the liberals. Really sick stuff. So. I mean, God knows how many more civilians were killed. I know I just pointed out two, but it's like they're always saying, "Oh, whoops! Well, we killed 96, but oh, well, I mean, it's war, man. We killed some more innocent people." So, also, Trump killed one of Iran's top military officers. He was a general. Soleimani is his name. So, as we know, the United States is a crumbling empire, but in capitalism you have to constantly expand, expand, expand. If not, you'll get swallowed up eventually. So, they've been tearing up the Middle East, right, for decades. So, Iran's next, guys. They've always wanted to carve them up too. Because, what we did to Iraq and Afghanistan, and they're going, this is like, they've been eyeing killing this guy for a while, and yeah, they're sitting on trillions of dollars of mineral wealth, oil, and they definitely want to. It's strategically, they just want to keep pushing towards Russia and take over all the Middle East, right? So, war crime for sure. I mean, this could have started World War III, guys. Iran is like not to be fucked with, so. Not good, not good. You know how they're saying, oh, Nicolas Maduro, the regime of Venezuela, the dictator. No, he's trying to do stuff for his people. It's the United States that's trade embargoes, sanctions, and we sanction them. We killed at least 40,000 people. As many as 40,000 people may have died in Venezuela as a result of U.S. sanctions that made it harder for ordinary citizens to access food, medicine, and medical equipment, a new report has claimed. The sanctions are depriving Venezuelans of life-saving medicines, medical equipment, food, and other essential imports, says the report. This is illegal under U.S. and international law, and treaties that the U.S. has signed. Congress should move to stop it. So, but yeah, dude, there was, they have the most oil reserves in the world. This was 2017, I believe. I don't know about today, but I'm pretty sure it's still high. But Maduro wants to keep the oil and sell it at his price. And, you know, he'll sell it, but it's like Chevron, the big oil companies, big Western, the U.S. and Western big mega corporations, they want it all for themselves. So, yeah, man, they wanted to make Venezuela pay for not playing by their game. So, yeah, man. Yeah, so the report claims that since the imposition of new sanctions on the oil industry, things have become more difficult for ordinary citizens. I remember seeing pictures and video of like long fuel lines, guys, and I just want to throw this in here, because it's related. Former CIA agent Matthew Heath was caught outside Venezuela's largest oil refinery carrying C4 explosives, a grenade launcher, a satellite phone, and more than $10,000. The media's excuse for why he was there: to gain more boating experience. So, Venezuela is in a crisis, and one of their biggest oil refineries, they need it, right? Because they're barely hanging on. This guy tried to blow it up. So, and yeah, sick stuff, man. Sick stuff. Alright, next news article, guys. What he did to Native Americans. Native Americans are pissed off at Trump's move to slash public land. U.S. President Donald Trump announced he would slash the size of 2 national monuments that tribes had fought to have established. Bears Ears National Monument, which currently encompasses 1.3 million acres in southeastern Utah, will be decreased by 85%. Some 1.1 million acres will be removed from the monument. Grand Staircase Escalante National Monument, established by Bill Clinton in '96, was reduced by 896,000 acres. Bears Ears will be broken to 2 much smaller monuments. Shashjaw, I can't pronounce that. Indian Creek, while Grand Staircase Escalante will be split into 3. Altogether, Trump's action removes 2 million acres from the extra protection that comes with monument status. Environmental groups and tribes are already protesting and suing the Trump administration over the action, which many assume will lead to formerly protected lands being mined and drilled for oil. Why? It's all about the money, guys. So, Trump isn't just stupid. He knows exactly what he's doing. Don't ever think presidents are stupid or silly. Everything happens for a reason, guys. So yeah, man, like, past hundreds or so years, centuries, so we've been stealing Native American land. We've stolen like 99% of it. And we're trying to carve up that 1% that's left, you know? So this started under Obama, guys. Since 2014, 14,000 ethnic Russians have been killed in Ukraine. And that is because the United States started in 2014 arming right-wing extremists. I'm not going to say the N-word because I think it'll get... That's when you start getting banned and stuff, or shadow banned. Let's just say right-wing extremists in Ukraine so they can entice Putin into war. Putin was provoked. He's not some madman that woke up one day and was like, I'm going to invade Ukraine. No. He was provoked, and Trump is one of the guys. He's dirty too. Obama started it, but in late 2017, the Trump administration has approved a plan to provide lethal weapons to Ukraine, U.S. officials said, in a long-awaited move that deepens America's involvement in the military conflict and may further strain relations with Russia. The new arms include American-made Javelin anti-tank missiles that Ukraine has long sought to boost its defenses against Russian-backed separatists. So yeah, guys, I just wanted to throw that. He is arming, keeping that money train going with the military. And last but not least, guys, all U.S. presidents are involved in coups around the world, especially Latin America. And the United States was involved in a coup in Bolivia. Elon Musk is so stupid, dude. Like, someone called him out on Twitter. It's like, dude, why were you had a hand in coupping Bolivia? And he's like, we'll coup whoever we want, deal with it. And he had to delete the tweet, but the screenshots last forever. So, but yeah, man, U.S. had a hand in coupping Bolivia, and they tried to install this right-wing nutcase. I think her last name's Agnes. I remember that video. She was trying to get sworn in. She was walking down a crowded street holding up a Bible. Religious nutcase, dude. Right-winger. Fucking insane, dude. But also, I haven't looked into this. But he also tried to coup Belarus. Where is it? He tried to get a hand on what's going on in Hong Kong. And damn, I can't find it. Oh yeah, he also refused to end the war in Afghanistan, guys. Let's not forget that. So I haven't looked into this. I trust Isha. I gotta look into this, so don't get me crazy. Tried to coup Belarus, a coup in Hong Kong. Oh yeah, and that Xinjiang. Oh, we're not gonna get into that. That's a whole nother can of worms right there. He did a coup attempt in Nicaragua, and I didn't even know he tried to coup AMLO, the president of Mexico. So yeah, what is that, like 4 or 5 different coup attempts? Jesus. And yeah, so every U.S. president tries to coup countries, guys. Obama did it to Honduras. He did it to Libya. He attempted Syria. Oh yeah, and I don't have a tab open for this, but Trump definitely tried to continue the Syrian dirty war. He was burning wheat fields. He was stealing the wheat. He was on TV saying that, oh, we secured the oil. The oil's ours. So definitely bombing civilians there, drone striking, but putting pressure on, making that place just a war zone. But the whole point was to starve the people, make people desperate so they can't fight back, and steal their oil and wheat. So these indictments ain't shit, man. Trump's a war criminal. He's done horrible shit, and like, they're not going to accuse him of war crimes because then every U.S. president will be guilty. They don't want the American people to catch on because they'll really wake up. So Trump's a distraction. The indictments are a charade. He's probably going to appeal and get off, guys. And then, so all the liberals or the vote blue, no matter who's, they're happy now, but then they're going to be really upset because Trump's people are still going to vote for him. He's fundraising his ass off. He got like 35 million in fundraising in one day. So it's like it's like starting civil war, guys. All this shit's planned out. So, and once he gets acquitted or appeals and he gets off, like, his base is going to be real happy, and then the liberals and vote blue, no matter who's, they're going to be really pissed. It's just going to be like, so yeah.